this one. This is the Thanksgiving Beast Feast by Karen Gray Rule. One, pumpkin pie or cookies. Thanksgiving was Harry's favorite holiday. At Thanksgiving, you eat turkey, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie. Harry loved all three things. I love Thanksgiving too, said Emily. I love turkey, I love cranberry sauce, but I hate pumpkin pie, she said. I can still love Thanksgiving without pumpkin pie. I can eat cookies shaped like pumpkins. Harry's mother was making Thanksgiving plans. She was making turkey plans. She was making cranberry sauce plans and pumpkin pie plans. She was also making cookie shaped like pumpkin plans. Thanksgiving is not just about food, said Harry's mother. What is Thanksgiving about? Asked Emily. Thanksgiving is about giving thanks, said their mother. Giving thanks for what? Asked Harry. For turkey, said Emily. Thanksgiving is about giving thanks for all our food, said their mother. When the Pilgrims came to this land, they didn't have stores. They could not buy food. American Indians helped them to grow corn and other crops. They showed them how to make popcorn. The Pilgrims hunted wild turkeys. They picked fruits and berries. When there was enough food, they had a feast. The Pilgrims wanted to give thanks for all the good food. There was the first Thanksgiving. We are not Pilgrims, said Emily sadly, so we can't have Thanksgiving. Anyone can have Thanksgiving, said their mother. We can show how happy we are to have such good food. Except pumpkin pie, said Emily. Number 2 is nuts. No nuts. A squirrel ran across the yard. It was looking for nuts. It dug a hole in the ground. No nuts. The squirrel forgot where she hid her nuts, said Harry. She has no food, said Emily. She cannot have Thanksgiving, she said. Poor squirrel. A bird flew past. It was looking for seeds. The bird feeder was empty. That bird can't have Thanksgiving, said Emily. Poor bird. A chipmunk hopped over a rock. It poked its nose into a hole. It was looking for something to eat. She can't have Thanksgiving either, said Emily. Poor chipmunk. Harry and Emily watched the animals. They don't have stores, said Harry. They're like Pilgrims, he said. Let's help them, said Emily. Let's be like American Indians. We'll have a Thanksgiving Beast Feast, said Harry. Number 3, Beast Feast plans. Harry and Emily made plans. They made Beast Feast plans. They made a list of animals. They put squirrels on their list. They put birds on their list. They put chipmunks on their list. Then they made another list. Squirrels like nuts. They put peanuts on the list. Birds like seeds. They put pumpkin seeds on the list. Chipmunks like berries. They put cranberries on the list. Emily asked her father, "Do squirrels like pumpkin pie?" "No," he answered. "Do birds like pumpkin pie?" "No," he said. "Do chipmunks like pumpkin pie?" "No," he said. "Nobody likes pumpkin pie," said Emily. "Nobody likes it but Harry." It was Thanksgiving morning, and that's number 4, the best Thanksgiving. Harry and Emily's mother was busy. She was cooking, boiling, and baking. She was baking lots of cookies shaped like pumpkins. Their father was busy. He was cleaning the house. He was setting the table. He put out extra chairs for Grandma Louise and Grandpa Joe. Harry and Emily were busy too. They cracked peanut shells and put the nuts in a bowl. "There are for squirrels," said Harry. Emily found pine cones. She said she and Harry put peanut butter on the cones with spoons. They rolled the sticky cones in a pumpkin seed. "These are for birds," said Harry. They took some cranberries. They washed them with the hose. They put them on a tray. "These are for chipmunks," said Harry. Harry put strings around the pine cones and tied them to the tree. Emily helped with the knots. Happy Thanksgiving, they shouted to the birds. Emily put the peanuts next to the tree. Happy Thanksgiving, squirrels, she shouted. Harry put the cranberries on the wall. Happy Thanksgiving, chipmunks, he shouted. Then they ran back into the house for their own Thanksgiving feast. During dessert, Grandma Louise looked at Harry and Emily. You two have been wiggling in your seats all day, she said. Don't you like Thanksgiving? We love it, said Harry and Emily together. Then why can't you sit still, Grandma Louise asked. We want to see if the animals ate, said Harry. He ran to the window. Look, he shouted. Everyone ran to the window too. Oh my, said Grandma Louise. Squirrels were eating peanuts, birds were eating pumpkin seeds, chipmunks were stuffing cranberries into their cheeks. We forgot their dessert, said Emily. She picked up a handful of cookies. Everyone followed her outside. What a wonderful Thanksgiving beast feast, said their mother and father. Grandma Louise smiled. Grandpa Joe laughed. They put some cookies in the bowl under the tree. They put some on the sticky pine cones. They put some on the tray on the stone wall. Then they all went back. They put the rest of the cookies on their own plates. They ate every single one. This is the best Thanksgiving ever, said Harry. And that was the Thanksgiving Beast Feast by Karen Gray Ruel.